of Jimmie Ward.
Yeah,
He
you
went
are.
on Instagram Live last night because apparently I haven't reached out quickly enough to get him on. He's like, I don't need to wait for Grant. I'm gonna say my own thing. And he was out there talking about Deebo Samuel. Everyone, can you give a little synopsis and then give your takeaways?
Yeah, so the three biggest things that I took away from Jimmie Ward's IG Live is one, he's up to his old ways. He's calling out DK Metcalf, letting him know like he's a target this
I'm
year.
gonna light you up,
And
baby. I'm gonna
yeah,
light
he's
you
gonna
up.
light him up. Exactly, exactly. So I love that Jimmie Ward is still Jimmie Ward. Also, earlier in the offseason, he had an IG Live talking about how he did shut down all the tight ends and that he can't wait to shut down Travis Kelce this year when they play each other. So you gotta love the confidence and the swagger from Jimmie Ward.
He already knows my favorite player on the team. I'm not
Absolutely,
biased.
absolutely.
You already know.
So the other thing is that he talked about contracts,
Yeah.
and this came up because Brandon Ayuk, basically told him to get his money, and fans were asking him about Deebo Samuel, to which he said he believes that Deebo will get paid. He'll be a lifetime 49er, just like Warner, just like Kittle. He's going to have to wait. But when it came to his own contract, he talked about how Parag does his job very well. He's a penny pincher and he's trying to save every dollar possible. And Brandon Ayuk nicknamed him GameStop because he just down. So, with
I
that
like Brandon
being
Ayuk.
said,
Brandon Ayuk is like he's a sleeper, man. He's a
he
dog.
is.
Yeah,
He is. He's a total sleeper. He just
he's
comes
a
out of
total
left
sleeper.
field.
Yeah.
So I had some takeaways from this, and I think a lot of people want to look at it and say, well, he said Debo's going to be back, so we're good. And I don't look at it that way because first of all, he's not Debo's agent. He's not the 49ers, and he's not Debo Samuel, right? Like he may be optimistic that Debo's going to be back, but saying for sure he will be back, he doesn't know those things, right? And
Right.
while I do believe that Debo probably is ultimately back, there is still some issues. And the way that I look at it is we got to peek behind the curtain. And Parag is a penny pincher, which we always suspected, right? But
Yeah.
to hear it from a player outright and in the open tells you exactly what's happened to this point.
Hold on. The way I look at Parag, it's not that he's a penny pincher. He's a competitor, right? And he's not trying to lose these negotiations. And his batting average is quite high. So with Jimmie Ward's telling, he's like, as someone who's a veteran of the Parag negotiations, probably been through 2 or 3. He's like, man, I mean, I'm rich, but Debo, good luck. You better be, because like what he's telling is Parag doesn't lose. You better get your money within his parameters because he doesn't lose, and the Yorks trust him. So if Parag says, man, Debo's asking for too much money, we'd be better off trading him, they'll do it. They'll freaking do it. So you better be. That was some like old man wisdom, courtesy of Jimmie.
Yeah, it definitely was. But what's funny, Grant, is I also remember you giving that same wisdom when Debo blocked you.
Who blocked me? All right, take it from your own captain then.
So, anyways, I found that whole thing interesting, but it really did. To me, what that did is it slammed the door shut on maybe Debo's trolling. Maybe it's, he's just out there having fun on his IG. No. This tells you that there have been talks. Obviously, Debo is frustrated. He wasn't ready, or his team maybe wasn't as prepared for the discussions that were going to be had. Maybe he wasn't prepared to be told that you've been injured. You've only had one good year, which are things that the 49ers are saying, right? May or may not be true, or maybe he doesn't feel those things, but the 49ers are going to tell him those things because they're trying to get the best deal for them. And so I think that he probably took things to heart a little bit, took to his Instagram and did everything that he could within his power to gain some of that power back and get maybe the fans on his side and get national media talking about it and do whatever he could. But ultimately, so far, he is frustrated. And, well, Prague is probably the reason why.
Still, though, my major takeaways from this IG Live is that DK Metcalf better watch out and that Jimmie Ward, it's time to come back, man. Been too long. We got to do an interview because he's the best, man. The Niners don't promote him at all. I mean, they keep employing him. They keep paying him, but they don't really like promote him at all. You never see his face around the stadium or in anything. But he is like definitely the most relatable, down to earth star on the team. And Jimmie, let's talk, man. Come on, let's do it again.